Hey, how's it going everyone? OutlawClient here, back again this week for another episode of A Bit of Shooting on the Side. And I actually think that's the very first time I've even referenced the title of this playlist. But anyway, as you can see, or you've probably guessed by the title already, this week I'll be covering the highly anticipated Titanfall for the Xbox 360. A game that I was also personally very excited for, and also the version that I believe a lot of people completely forgot about. Which, yeah, some people even say it's a myth. But, no, I really don't blame most people because I know the marketing was very highly targeted. Well, it targeted mostly the Xbox One, and even at one point I forgot that I had the pre-order because it just seemed like they weren't advertising for the 360 version at all. But, anyway, yeah, so getting into the match, well, dropping into the match quite literally this time, and, well, before I go on again, I want to say that Titanfall, I think, is a really solid game. I mean, from what I've been playing so far, I mean, I've only had this for a few days. I did get this on the release date, but it seems really solid so far. I mean, it's very, very fast gameplay. The parkour mechanics opens up a new depth to this game, and really, really satisfying, especially having that double jump as well. Yeah, what can I say? But again, there are a few mechanics that I think don't work all that well, and I think that would really hinder this title's chance of getting a Game of the Year award, and I'll get onto those a bit more later, but for now I'll just be discussing the match. So anyway, as you saw there, I did get a few silly deaths, 2 deaths so far, which could have been quite easily avoided. I'm not really sure what I was doing there, but I guess I was just a bit too ambitious there. I really wanted to get out, I wanted to start killing people, and, well, killing people in a nice way, of course. But, no, I was just a bit too ambitious and I rushed out very quickly. But that's another tip that I want to say. I know you really will want to be, well, you'll be really anticipating getting out there and just shooting everyone, shooting everything in sight. But I think it's best to take it slow and just learn the maps better. I mean, again, I was dying quite a lot in the beginning, but as I took my time more, things started to get a bit easier. So anyway, like I was saying with the parkour, you can pretty much run along the wall, scale buildings and such, and this is really helpful, especially if you want to, well, it becomes very helpful once the Titans start appearing, because that way the Titans will easily be able to crush you. I mean, there is no escape. They will find where you hide. They will find you. There is no way you can hide. But no, the Titans can very easily crush you when you're on the ground, and if you attack them from the ground by using your anti-Titan loadout, then they will quickly be able to hunt you down. So yeah, always try and find higher ground and pretty much snipe the Titans from there. But anyway, as you can see, the main mechanic of this game is actually the Titans, which I will be calling in very soon. Yep, there we go. And the thing is that the Titans will spawn after around 2 to 3 minutes, so if you kill other players, well, if you kill other players and the AI controlled opponents, which are known as the grunts, which I'll get to later as well, it will reduce the time that it will take for your Titan to spawn. So yeah, definitely take out any enemies that you can find. And Titans aren't quite as resilient as you'd think. Yeah, as you saw, as was demonstrated by my poor display of Titan usage there. But again, they can, well, in my loadout I had a nuclear explosion there, which will take out all enemies surrounding it while ejecting myself to safety. But anyway, the Titans can be split into 3 different types, which are the Ogre, which is a very tough opponent, but he sacrifices strength for speed. The Atlas, which is an all-arounder pretty much, you know, it's quite resistant and it's quite fast as well. And my personal favourite, the Stryder, which is really fast, you know, can pretty much run circles around the other Titans, but it trades its speed for lack of durability, and also it doesn't really carry that much ammo, so yeah, you've got to think wisely when using it. But I think if you really know how to use the Stryder well, it can be easily one of the best Titans. And there are a few upgrades that you get as well if you keep your Titan alive for long enough. It will grant you like extra abilities, and the Stryder has the ability to have like unlimited dash and everything, so yeah, quite useful. So right here, as you can see, you can also ride your own Titans as well as enemy Titans, where you can take down enemy Titans, but riding on your own Titan, I don't really think it's recommended unless if you have a weapon that has an auto-aim system, such as the Smart Pistol, or even the anti-Titan weapons, such as the rocket launcher. Well, actually, I don't think it's actually called the rocket launcher, but it functions like a rocket launcher, which can be switched to by pressing left on the D-pad. But anyway, as you saw there, I made a quick escape, jumped off of my teammate's Titan, and I managed to get to the rooftop where I could further assault the Titan, which was fixated with my teammate, so I managed to get a few free shots on him. Oh, and just on another note, when you see a bright white light coming out of another enemy's Titan, you get out there, you turn around, you don't look behind you, you just run, alright? Because that will be a nuclear explosion, much like I demonstrated before. So yeah, just throwing that out there. But anyway, like I was saying with the Titans, after the Titan has been fully repaired, you can press down on the D-pad to call it. And the thing is that you don't need to be piloting it, because it can go into an autopilot mode, which is pretty cool. And if you press down on the D-pad, it will switch between follow mode, where it will follow you around on the map, or guard mode, where it will stay in its position. And I think it can really result in some smart tactical situations. So you might be able to leave your Titan there and like attack the enemy from a different angle or so on. So yes, can get quite strategic. But anyway, as you level up in this game, you will be able to unlock more features, and one of the features are one of the features that you can unlock include the Spartans' like support ability and attack ability. And for the support ability, you can practically use like a shield. So for example, one that you might have seen in a lot of games is the Vortex Shield, and that will pretty much allow you to grab bullets and throw them back. Think of Return to Sender from Bioshock, that will sort of sum it up. But yeah, you can throw back bullets while defending yourself. Plus you can have an attacking move which will throw out rockets. Sometimes you can use it to target one player, or sometimes multiple players, and so on and so forth. But anyway, as you see on that Titan there, the yellow and black bar above it actually indicates the Titan Doom mode. So at that point, when the Titan is doomed, then it will go into like a meltdown where it will definitely blow up eventually, but it gives you a short amount of time to get out. And I recommend trying to melee the opponent when they're in that Titan meltdown mode, because if you melee them, then your Titan will actually rip the pilot out, so they won't have time to eject to safety. So yeah, just throwing that out there, that's a good tip to know. Oh, and also when you see those shields on the Titan after they drop down, just don't go close to it, because that will kill you. Yeah, I've learnt that the hard way. But anyway, the current shield loadout I have is the one-way shield. I think it's called the particle shield, and it pretty much protects you from enemy fire, but it allows you to shoot bullets through the shield. So yeah, pretty useful for the time that it lasts. But it will be destroyed eventually with enough enemy fire. But like I was saying before with the grunts and that, there are special AI controlled opponents known as minions, and these come in the forms of things such as grunts. And to sum them up, they are complete idiots. I mean, they rarely ever pose a threat. You'll be able to take quite a few down, especially if you use the smart pistol and you can lock onto like 5 at the same time. But don't ignore them, definitely kill them, because it will net you a few more points, XP points, and also reduce the time for your Titan to load. So anyway, try and finally taking out that carrier vehicle, because if your team wins, then the other enemy team can have a chance to escape and pretty much earn extra XP. But if you are on the winning team, you can destroy them before they leave, which we luckily managed to pull off. So yeah, pretty nice. But anyway, that's all I have for the match today. I know I didn't really get to speak about much, but I will try to cover some more topics in the next episode. But yeah, anyway, so like I was saying, well, I managed to get 14 kills to 4 deaths, I believe. You know, wasn't too bad, a couple of stupid deaths, but yeah, overall quite a solid match. But like I was saying with the negatives, the negative features I think of this game are the fact that it is online only, so you won't even be able to get past the start menu if you don't have an Xbox Live Gold account. And also the fact that it's multiplayer only, so yeah, I mean, well, actually no, I did mention that before, it is online only, and you can only do multiplayer mode, so yeah, you won't be able to play offline and practice. It can be a big problem if you're like me and you do prefer to practice offline first. You know, you have to jump straight into the action. And also the highly limited number of modes. And I know not that many, like other shooting games usually don't have too many modes, but I mean, games, when comparing it to games like Halo, it has you know, the main campaign, multiplayer, and then it also have other modes such as Firefight and Spartan Ops. So yeah, it would have been nice to have a few more features other than the campaign and the multiplayer. But no, overall still a really solid game gameplay wise, and definitely one of my top shooters that I've played. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will be back next week with some more. Please comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.